Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing something completely different. We're going to be making protein donuts because to build muscle you need to eat a very high protein diet. So why not do it while eating donuts? Alright, so I'm going to start by showing you guys what we're going to need. It's super simple. We're going to be making two flavors. So we're going to be making a Snickerdoodle chocolate one and with the dark chocolate glaze, and we'll be making a triple chocolate protein donut. So stay tuned. I'll start by showing you what we're going to be using. So right up in front here, I've got some sprinkles, just because donuts aren't complete without sprinkles. Up here I also got dark chocolate, which we're going to be using for both recipes. I've also got cocoa powder. I've got protein. So here I've got PEScience. PEScience is great for baking. I make waffles with these. If you guys want to see a video on how I make my 1-carb waffles, you guys can leave it down below in the comments. But I've got two flavors. I've got the Snickerdoodle protein, which we're going to be using to make the Snickerdoodle with the dark chocolate glazed donuts. And I've got the chocolate frosted chocolate cupcake flavor, which we'll be using to make the triple chocolate donuts. We'll almost drop that. We're going to be needing a non-stick spray, so I'll be using the coconut oil one, vanilla extract, egg whites, unsweetened almond milk. I'll be using stevia, which is stevia pretty much, instead of the sugar in this, just to save some calories. I've got some mixing bowls, a whisk, and I've got some measuring cups. And the one thing that you do need is a donut pan. So these are super easy to find at your local store that sells these. In Canada, we've got a Stokes, and they always have donut pans in stock. I'm pretty sure some grocery stores also have them. So they're usually not very expensive either. So we've got two of these for the two different recipes. Cut! I'll also be using, I don't know if you guys heard about Flavor God, but it's a life changer. We've got flavorings in this flavors of chocolate donut, gingerbread cookie. So we'll be using these inside the recipe as well. They're delicious. Don't forget that these donuts are cooked and not like deep fried or anything like that, so that will save you some calories also. And yeah, if you want to see how I make these protein donuts, just keep on watching. Alright, so here are our ingredients. All we're going to do is combine these into the mixing bowl and whisk them all together. So it's pretty simple. You don't need to keep the dries away from the liquids or anything like that. So we're going to start with 1 large egg into the mixing bowl. And then we're going to have 3 large egg whites. So here's all our protein. Put that in there. We got 6 tablespoons. I forgot to mention this earlier, but we are going to need coconut flour. You can use almond flour, you can use regular flour, whatever you have at home. So here I use 6 tablespoons of coconut flour, and it's organic. So I'm just trying to make it as healthy as possible here. So got this here. And then 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder. And then we've got our 1 scoop of PEScience frosted chocolate cupcake protein. Mix that in here. And then I melted some dark chocolate. So we've got 1.5 tablespoons of dark chocolate in here that I melted just in the microwave. And we're going to add this to our recipe. We're going to go ahead and whisk this all together. Might need to add a little bit of water just for consistency, because it is a lot more dry ingredients than wet ingredients. We are also going to add, once it's mixed in a bit, just a bit of almond milk. So here we've got 1 ounce of unsweetened almond milk. Mix that in here. Alright, so I added a little bit more water. This is turning into something a bit more manageable. So you see now we can really scrape it like that. Alright, so we're going to add it to the donut pans now. So let me just grab a donut pan. All our ingredients are whisked together. We're going to add just the final ingredient here, which is baking powder. This is going to help our donuts rise and look fluffy, which is what we want. Put that in here. Mix that all together. All right. So when this is all together, the next step is going to be spray our pans. So I'm going to be using, like I said earlier, the coconut oil PAM. So just give them a quick spray to make sure that nothing sticks. And then I'm just going to go in with my hands to put these in because these pans are really shallow and you want to really work the product and get none in the middle to really get that donut effect. So I'm going to put this off to the side in here, and we're going to make little donuts here. So now that we've spread all the batter out into the pan evenly, so it made 5 donuts, now we're going to put these aside and we're going to go jump into the Snickerdoodle dark chocolate ones. Alright, so for the Snickerdoodle donuts, these are the ingredients that we need. So there's a few that are different. So here we've got only 1/8 of a scoop of protein powder, but this one is the Snickerdoodle by PEScience. I'm going to add this in. And then we've got the stevia. So we're going to do a big teaspoon of stevia. Next we've got 100 grams of flour. So instead of using the coconut flour, I'm just going to use regular flour for this one, because we don't want the coconutty taste in this one. We really want the Snickerdoodle to stand out. Snickerdoodle, what a weird name for a flavor. And then we're going to put egg white. So this is 1.5 egg white. Mix that all together, and then we also have 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So for this one, I'm going to be using a spoon right from the beginning, because clearly the whisk is not the best for this. And what we're going to do is we're going to add unsweetened almond milk to taste. So we really want to get almost like a pancake batter texture. So we just keep adding some almond milk until we get that pancake batter feel. Mix that all together. Alright, so now that we have a nice pancake batter consistency, we're going to add it to the donut pans, and I'll be right back with those. So now that we've put all the batter inside the donut pan, I've started up the oven. So we are putting it at 350 Fahrenheit. And then I'll put those in there for about, I'd say around 10 minutes, but really keep an eye on it because protein cooks very quickly, and if it gets too much then they are going to burn, so we have to keep an eye on it, but around 8 to 10 minutes should be good. So I'll be right back with the cooked donuts. So now that our donuts are all well and cooked and out of the oven, it took around 8 minutes for the Snickerdoodle ones, and it took around 9 minutes for the triple chocolate. So just keep an eye on them, I think, is the key. So now for the fun part, we are going to decorate them. So this is really up to you. If you want to eat them naked, you can eat them naked. If you want to put actual icing or Nutella, my personal favorite, you can do that too. We're going to try to keep these ones low calories for you guys though. So for the Snickerdoodle ones, what we wanted was just a dark chocolate glaze. So I went ahead and melted some dark chocolate in here. And I'm just going to twist these into it. Let them drip a little bit until they're ready, and then flip them over. So we're going to do that with all 4. So once these here are done and all glazed up with the dark chocolate, I'm going to go ahead and take this gingerbread cookie seasoning from Flavor God and just sprinkle that onto them, because I think that'll give them a nice little twist. So I'll just do that like this. And there you go. These are your Snickerdoodle with a dark chocolate glaze and a little bit of gingerbread sprinkles. Now for this one, I want to do something a little different. So I went ahead and grabbed some Greek yogurt. I was thinking maybe we could do a little yogurt chocolate glaze. So I'm going to get a spoon, 1 second. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and open one of these Greek yogurts. This is just a vanilla flavor. I think that'll be fine. So go ahead and give this a little stir because Greek yogurt gets chunky. And then put this in here. All right, and with that, I was thinking we could mix some of this leftover dark chocolate and some of this chocolate donut seasoning by Flavor God. So we're gonna go ahead and sprinkle a good amount into this here. And I'm gonna come, you could use the same spoon for this because this is all we have left with the dark chocolate. Just scoop some dark chocolate into this right here. So hopefully the Greek yogurt gives it a nice little tangy taste. So we're just gonna go ahead and mix this all together. It's okay if it stays a little bit chunky because these aren't fine seasoning. They have they're a little chunkier, so it's okay if there's some little sprinkles left in it. It smells so good. There we go. Then I'm gonna try to, I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna try to twist these the same way we did the last one. All right, so once we've got the yogurt dressing, now we can go ahead and add some sprinkles. I had another Greek yogurt out in case we needed it, but this seems fine. So I'm gonna go with some purple sprinkles. And yeah, there you got it. You got some guilt-free triple chocolate. Actually, probably more than triple chocolate now with all the chocolate we added in the dressing. But triple chocolate donuts, Snickerdoodle with a dark chocolate glaze, and yeah. All right, so I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Everyone gets cravings, especially me. I'm a really sweet tooth kind of person, so having little recipes like this around really helps at night when you really crave something sweet or you want a really rich dessert. So these will be packed with protein and all those good things. Dark chocolate's really good for you too. So I'll make sure to leave the calories and the recipe all in the down bar below for you guys. So make sure to check that out if you want to recreate these. It's not perfect. Yours might not turn out good the first time. I've done trial and error myself with these donuts. Protein is hard to work with when cooking. So do your best, keep trying, eventually you'll get it right. So I hope you really enjoyed this video. Don't forget to follow me on my social media. And don't forget to subscribe down below if you like fitness, fashion, health, things like that. And yeah, so I'm gonna try one of these on camera right now. So should I go with the messier one? This is not gonna be pretty, guys. Oh yeah. This is so good. Tastes like a brownie. It's like almost like a cream cheese icing. That with a nice glass of milk. You got it. So yeah, if you guys ever recreate these, make sure that you send me a photo on Instagram or something like that so I can see and let me know how you like them. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.